And I think part of what I came to understand and started to write about was the layers of transportation that shaped this city over time that we have basically covered over. Each generation, as it's added its layer, has dropped ground on top of the other one, so we don't really see its predecessors in quite the same way. So that as people buzz around this city or Austin or Dallas or Houston in their car, they're also running archaeologically on top of the older city that was once there. And you can find them. You can find those old streetcar lines in Houston and Dallas and Austin and here. You can see it in El Paso, but you have to be attuned to it. What you can also see in San Antonio and El Paso, more so than in the other places, is the Spanish town that existed here even earlier. And that part for me has been really very exciting to uncover. I've leaned heavily upon lots of other colleagues who've done far more work than I have on this. But it's helped me understand how you can move from walking to streetcar to automobile, and in that process find a history, a human history, framed around transportation, but then has dramatic impact on who lives where, who they interact with, how they interact with them, how they see them. What's the felt experience that each of them has in a particular place and time? And that's been wonderful both to write about but also to teach for my students, that they have to pick up those spades, in a sense, those shovels, and start digging back in time to see that. And I teach a class called The City in History, and I tell them I have a very simple goal. And the goal is simply that they will no longer drive a car in the ways that they drive a car, that they will see things in ways they've never seen them before, that the windshield becomes a screen, not just a thing that you're looking out and looking for that traffic jam that's up ahead, but all of a sudden you're seeing the buildings on the side, and then when you get down into Main Avenue, which you may do constantly, you'll never look at that again in quite the same way, because that was a streetcar line. That was a different place, and you may be navigating it in a car, but what you're looking at are the remnants, in some cases the monuments of another age, and you need to recognize that that's the case. And that, I think, is how you build place perception. The concept that place matters is to recognize that it matters over time.